Hwacheon turning centres are supplied in the UK by Hwacheon. Behind me here we have a Hwacheon VT1150. This is a vertical turning centre. It's got a large capacity and a lot of capability. So we're going to go and have a look in more detail at this machine. So the capacity of this machine: cutting diameter 1320 millimetres, cutting length 950 millimetres, so almost a metre in the length of the component you can get on the machine. The max chuck diameter is 50 inches, and we have a 12-station turret on the machine. So in terms of power, we've got 55 kilowatts in the spindle, and one of the impressive features that I picked up on that I like is what we have. We have a high-low chuck gripping force option, which basically means if you're machining a ring or a forging, you'd clamp from the outside, you would turn operation 1, which is the majority of the metal removal. Then you'd introduce this feature, which would basically unclamp the part, let the spring of the component release, and then it would clamp it again at a slightly lower chuck pressure. And that's all automated. So that is a feature that's certainly worth knowing. The control on the machine is a FANUC OI control. So it comes with manual guide as standard. And as you can see, as we look into the machine, if you are doing heavier duty components or larger parts, you can use a crane, because of the top of the machine actually opens to allow you to crane larger and heavier parts. Plenty of light, plenty of space, and actually in terms of from an operator's intervention, if you did have a duck board here, you'd be right in line with the chuck of the machine. So when you're turning or boring larger components, you do need a heavy duty machine. And this particular machine, the VT1150 from Hwacheon, is a one-piece casting machine. Another neat feature introduced by Hwacheon is you've got actually an air purge on the box guideway here, which basically means that this axis or the column is moving along the guideway, but it's actually, there's a little bit of air in between the two, so it's kind of gives it a much smoother ride. That coupled with the oil as well is a fairly unique feature to this particular machine. You can see the diameter of the ball screw here. You can see the size of the casting. So from that you can appreciate what this type of machine can handle. So why would you go for a vertical lathe rather than a horizontal lathe? A couple of points to mention. The first of which is swarf fall away. When you're working with a horizontal lathe, you can get swarf caught up around the chucking area. With this particular machine, or this concept of machine, with gravity working on your side, the swarf is always going to fall away. Inside of this machine as well, the way the casting is designed, there is a gradient as well, which means that the swarf not only falls away from the chuck, but it will also fall away as well into the swarf conveyor area. So that's one key feature. The other would be loading. From a loading perspective, can you imagine a large ring or a very tall component trying to load into a horizontal lathe? With a vertical lathe, it's much easier, again, because you're working with gravity. Now this machine here isn't just a turning machine. There is a mill drill option as well. So if you are turning components but you need to mill flats, drill holes, you can have the VT1150 with driven tools. In addition to that, swarf extraction, you can have a conveyor to the right hand side or a conveyor to the left hand side of the machine, or in fact a conveyor that comes out the front. Those types of options can be selected either at point of order or depending on what machine is available, if there's one in stock. Now, that is a point to mention, stock. There is not many places you can go in the UK where you can find this size of machine actually available and ready to be delivered to your machine shop. Hwacheon carry these machines here in Sheffield in stock. So you can come here, you can have a demonstration, you can see the machine in the flesh. You don't have to wait 3-4 months for the machine to be ordered and then delivered. You can see this machine on mtdcnc.com, or you can visit Ward High Tech direct.
For more videos, products and news, go to mtdcnc.com or follow MTD Online on Twitter.